Now, let me explain while you're getting ready. When Moneybags made that video where they were on Facebook calling him a liar and all these horrible things because he was telling them those tags were fake, I immediately got to work on a video to prove that he's correct. And then my video editing app, Power Director, decided to release an update. And it was like a forced update. So it updated. And then when I went to open up the file, it was corrupted. So I only had half of the video, and I spent a month going back and forth between those people, the developers. They couldn't fix it. They pretty much told me, sorry, that's all we can do. So they wanted me to, make the video over again. And by then it was like a month and a half later, and I'm like, this is kind of irrelevant now. But you guys brought it up again. So I'm like, you know what?
I mean, you guys brought it up again tonight.
I'm never going to release this video. You're only going to see it here. And the second half has no sound at all. Okay. It's just, I'm just going to tell you what's happening on the screen.
Yeah, here we go.
But at least you'll get to see where I was going with this, and you'll know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Moneybags is 100% correct. All of those tags are fake, and I'm going to show you how they did it because I'm going to make one for you. So
here we go. Finally,
that's amazing.
I'm going to add you to the stage. I'm going to bring it full screen. Now, if you hit that square, does it make it any bigger?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank God. Goodness. I'm scared for a minute. All right.
All right.
I think you have to rewind, though. There's like a little bit.
No, I'm right at the beginning.
It's loading. I got you.
Ready?
All right,
here we
guys,
go.
Here we go.
Recently, I began seeing Fruit of the Loom again on social media and in videos on TikTok and YouTube. People spreading fake images as real. Moneybag73 also made a video talking about this.
Pause for 1 second.
Please check out his full video. I have it linked in the description.
I do have his video linked in the description. And guys, this is like raw footage. It was not complete. This is what was left. Like I had 2 files. I always keep like a backup. And I didn't, I had worked on it on the second one and forgot to save it that day on the old one. So this is all I had left. So this is not complete. This is like raw footage. So if there's little glitches and stuff and there's pictures missing, you understand why. But
what?
Moneybags video is linked in the description. So okay.
Is it quiet now?
Is it too quiet?
No, it's fine.
That glitch in the Matrix.
It's still too
Public
loud.
group on Facebook, 367,000 members. People are laughing at me in response to this. This is fake, I told them. There's never been a cornucopia in the logo in this reality.
He's absolutely correct.
The past 6 months, thousands of people have all apparently found the exact same 3 fake t-shirts. Because I'm seeing these videos all over the place now. The woman found the shirt, and the Fruit of the Loom is lying to people.
Spiritual Ascension and Splatter are one of those t-shirts, the t-shirts you're talking about that you saw today.
No,
Spiritual Ascension. Are any of those t-shirts in the video that you were talking about? Yeah, but I guarantee that your different one, Splatter, used one of these 3 cornucopias.
probably. Yeah.
Guarantee it. Yeah, the gray one on the end. Thank you, Spiritual Ascension. I appreciate you.
Okay. Good.
So, and that, guess what? Spiritual Ascension, that's the one I Photoshopped. That is the one that I'm going to Photoshop live in this video. Let's go.
Well, the corporations, lying and all this. It's ridiculous what this has caused. The funny thing is that the cornucopia on these fake t-shirts are all different.
Again, Moneybags is 100%.
So here we can see the one on the gray shirt is this clip art crappy cornucopia that doesn't even look like the cornucopia from my memories. The one on the right looks closer to my memory, but the one on the 1 and 2 are the same cornucopia. All they did was flip it and make it darker. That's all they did.
They're the exact same clip art, and the one on the right is from Fruit of the Loom. That is what Fruit of the Loom used in 2017. You're going to see it. I went to the Wayback Machine and I show it to you. The April Fool's joke.
Yeah, the flip one is the wrong direction. So that one that obviously makes me think, nope, right off the bat, nope.
Right, exactly. Also, they put it underneath words. There's all sorts of problems. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to go on.
But yeah, but the basic thing is it's the wrong direction, you know. Yeah.
Right, but they do a lot more stupid stuff, so we're going to go on.
Yeah, like one I got. Like they put a brand new clean tag on a dirty T-shirt, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. They are different, but two of them use the same cornucopia.
I can't zoom in on this as a bad image, but I know many of you have seen these. Please comment down below because I know many of you don't agree with me. These are fake. These have been on Reddit and the internet for 5-6 years. I've seen these same 3 images. Now there's videos being made. Look, so-and-so just found this T-shirt. Fruit of the Loom is lying to us. You thought there was no cornucopia, or you always knew there was a cornucopia until the internet lied to you and said there wasn't. Like just, oh my, the muddying of the waters is just so bad at this point.
Again, Moneybags is 100% correct. Fruit of the Loom would not print tags with different cornucopias and different fruit. It's just not something a company does.
Can I interject briefly?
Sure,
question
Chris.
to the chat. For all those of us who remember the cornucopia, which way did the horn face? To the left or to the right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
A current search for one of these images can be found on Reddit, but not in a Mandela Effect subreddit. It's in our funny. They are continuing to make fun of us. I have tried to teach others how to check for fakes before. In Teresa Lynch's Facebook group, Mandela Reality Residue Hunters. That's also linked in the description. I kept seeing a blatant Photoshop of a white snake being posted multiple times as a Mandela rainbow snake. So I made a post to educate and help the community. Look closely at the snake that was shared. Do you notice anything off about that picture? If you zoom in, the colors, besides being neon, are blurry on the edges. This is a telltale sign of photo manipulation. Whenever you are suspicious of an image...
But the problem is, my microphone is crap. I'm using the earbuds. I don't have a good microphone, so it doesn't record the same in a video app as it does in StreamYard. But that is my voice. It's just someone must have asked if that was my voice. All right.
I also realized my question was not clear enough. You know, so was the hole on the left or the right? Is probably a clearer way to phrase that.
The hole is
know?
on the left for me. I was thinking the point.
Yeah, the point for me was the right hand side. The hole was the left. I'm asking the chat. You know, which side was the hole?
That's the way I remember it.
Yeah, because these tags are showing it both ways, and that's pretty big for me. This was the one that started it all for me.
And they're all fake. And 2 of them are the same piece of clip art. It's amazing.
So that blurriness around the edges is called anti-aliasing, and it's meant to soften the image in transition zones, and they're right, it is a marker for editing. You can tell if something's been edited.
Yes. Thank you. Like I said, I didn't even finish the video. Like I didn't even get her. I was just trying to, you know, get as much information as possible in a short amount as possible. But I'm gonna show you how I proved this to Teresa's group when we hit play again.
Okay, let's go.
Have you dreamed of getting your pilot license and soaring through the sky? Introducing Private Pilot Made Easy.
Always zoom in. I also encourage everyone to do a reverse image search. That is exactly what I did with this snake, which you can see here. We have now confirmed that this is a Photoshop from 2018 and not a Mandela Effect in just under 1 minute. Once someone posts a Photoshop as a Mandela Effect, it spreads through the internet like wildfire. We have to be extra cautious now because we also have to worry about artificial intelligence, AI images. Sharing fake residue becomes fuel for those who seek to debunk us, call us crazy, or conspiracy theorists. It doesn't help when companies fake their own logos either. In 2022, Fruit of the Loom did just this by purposely using the cornucopia on all of their branding for April Fool's Day.
Pause.
This could explain the continued interest.
As you can see here, that gray shirt used Fruit of the Loom's cornucopia from their April Fool's joke. So instantly, you could tell they're lying. They used a cornucopia created by Fruit of the Loom for April Fool's Day 2022.
Yeah.
You could literally just take a screenshot and send this to them and say, you're a liar. This is fake. But seriously, I don't believe in reporting videos to be taken down, but when people are lying and saying something is real when it's obviously fake, that shouldn't be on the internet because it's going to mess our community up. It constantly makes people think that we're lying or that we've had a flip-flop when we haven't. It's not true. That's what it comes down to. Go ahead, hit play.
Look how sharp it is, though.
In the faked residue.
Wait, pause. That's one of the cornucopias on the fake tag.
Is it? It's super curved and really, really sharp.
Yeah, because they copied it off of Fruit of the Loom's Logopedia site.
Wow. That reverse image search. This is a really important video. I'm learning some techniques here. I'm gonna study this. The reverse image. I gotta learn some stuff.
if someone has a computer and can download this and crop it and just like, just us covering this, then you can upload it. I don't mind. Like, send it to me. I'll upload it. But I can't upload this. I can't add to it. It's too big. It won't let me do it on my iPad. That is true. You guys are free to upload it to your channel if you'd like. Yeah.
Let's continue.
Just tag me, please. Like I said, we'll figure out. Just say he's sending me a computer. I can do it then.
Okay.
No, it didn't work. I tried.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Using the Wayback Machine, we can see them using the cornucopia in their logo on April 1st, 2022. The Wayback Machine is another important tool you can use to verify images and logos' authenticity. While I discovered the April Fool's joke through Logopedia, the logo could also be found from reverse image search. It's important to note that not all images can be reverse searched. The main reason for no search results is when the person who is making the fake residue takes the photo themselves. They won't upload the original photo. They will only upload the Photoshop. When you do a reverse image search, you get 0 results.
So here you can see one of the Fruit of the Loom shirts that was photoshopped. Yeah. There's no matches because the person took a picture of their shirt and added the logo to it and only uploaded this photo. So there's no other matches. That's all. You can go on.
If we can't find an image with a reverse image search, other resources you can try include the Wayback Machine, the main Internet Archive database, or logo history sites like Logopedia, logohistory.net, and 1000 Logos. In rare instances where nothing can be found using any of these tools, our final option is to take a closer look at the photo. The first step you should take, like I said before, is to zoom into the area that you are suspicious of. This can be tricky if the image is of low quality. To determine if an image has been manipulated, we typically look for blurry patches and pixels that don't line up properly. These can be present in low-resolution images anyway, making it harder to determine if a low-resolution photo has been manipulated or not. Take a look at these 2 images of the Mona Lisa. Both images appear to look the same at this distance.
Pause it. Okay. I want everyone in the chat. Which one's the high resolution image, left or right? Because I don't think you can tell.
Right by the naked eye for me, but just not sure.
Right. I'm not sure either. I think it is right though. I don't remember.
The glowing yellow. in the sunrise looks a little pixelated to me on the left, so that's what I'm saying.
I'm looking at it on my tiny screen, and they look the same. They just colors off a little bit.
Oh, then again, the blue darker thing on the right is also pixelated. So yeah, I'm not sure I can tell.
I think it is the right that's the high res.
Question, Sandy, which one is
I
what?
guess the right one.
Which one's the higher quality image?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, that is tough.
I think it was the right one. I'm not sure. I haven't done this in it. Like, I literally made this like 2 or 3 months ago. 11 months ago.
11
which means
now,
a year and 2 months now.
Oh, really? I think this is really critically important. This is sort of the education our community needs for discerning fakes. This is awesome.
You will let us know which one it is.
Shall we continue?
Yes.
I think the left one is the higher resolution.
What? No, it's the right
Jeff's
one.
not even answering. He's just muted. All right, we can go on.
But if you zoom in, it quickly becomes clear that these two images
The right
are not
one
the
is the
same.
high
The one
detail.
on the right has a high resolution,
I was right.
while the one on the left is typical web quality or low resolution.
Okay, so here, we're going to pause now. So now we're at the part where I lost everything. We're just going to see the photoshopping. I already explained this, so we can go, just hit play and pause when the words come up. I should be able to read it, actually. Just hit play. Hello, Big Shooter, 11,000 in quantum effects. The app updated and corrupted the file. I went back and forth Power Director for over a month.
The present you says hello as
Since the only
past
solution
you
they gave
talked.
me was to start over and too much time had passed since Moneybags video, I made the decision to abandon this. The next clips are me proving that the shirts are fake by recreating the logo on screen, and I teach you what to look forward to. So just please keep in mind that this is raw footage. There is no sound. I will explain as we go along.
Oh, those are the ones
I
from
appreciate you being here, Big
Oh.
Shooter. Proving that all these tags
Thank
are
you.
100% fake. So I worked on the one in the middle since it was.
And that's the one I've
Like
seen.
that.
So, number one, the first thing I noticed is that the logo is off center and it's not distorted for him pushing the shirt out with his fingers. But also I noticed that it's the new logo with the "of the" on top in the middle. All right, pause, Splatter. With the cornucopia. So they're saying, and also, so as you can see here, this is why I tell you, zoom in. This is what I'm telling you to look for. You see how like it looks like it's just painted gray, there's no texture? You see the blurry areas that have no texture in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sign that something was done. Usually. But it could also just be a low quality image. But it could be a marker that someone did Photoshop and sucks at it. So, okay, go on. Yeah, I just... yeah. This is what I mean by the pixels don't line up and you have random blurry spots. It shouldn't be blurry with clear pixels all around it. Also, if you look at the line of that, you can see that they edited the, what's it called? The seam of the shirt. It's crooked because they used the stamp tool and didn't use it properly.
Oh.
Good catch.
Yeah, no doubt. I would never know.
So, wrong shape. That's what I'm writing here. The cornucopia is the wrong shape.
Not how I remember it.
It's also not the same color as the words. I don't remember that having that shape pattern. The edge.
Right.
Yeah. But the cornucopia was supposedly printed at the same time as the words underneath. That's me pointing out that's the wrong logo at the bottom. It should have the same color. It shouldn't be lighter and grayer.
Oh, it is grayer and not as...
The grapes are grayer than the print.
It doesn't pop as much as the text.
And also, I don't believe we had printed labels when the cornucopia was last seen.
That's right, that too.
No, they were on tags, right? Colored tags.
Yes, they were.
Like
they were
the one
on
I
tags.
put up.
So if you see a printed one like this, it's automatically fake just because of that.
Like, I don't even need to prove anything.
Right.
But I'm going to recreate this for you. I'm going to show you how they did it from scratch. And I'm going to make it look better because I'm going to center it and make it the right color. and distort it. So
Great catch, soft center. What are you pointing out here about of the?
So the Fruit of the Loom logo is written out Fruit of the Loom, not Fruit of the on top of each other,
wasn't
all
stacked.
smeared like that. Right. That's the word I'm looking for, stacked.
Okay.
So I have current day logo.
Can't tell what that is even. It looks like
that's what it is. It would not be with the cornucopia.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. They didn't do that kind of design when the cornucopia was last seen. You're right.
Right, and also they didn't have printed tags either, so
right.
All of it's splatter, pause. Right off the bat. So also look at the white dots in the seam. You can see right there, one is copied. That was the rubber stamp tool. The first two white dots, they're identical. They stamped it. That's where they made the crooked seam. They were stamping along the gray line, not paying attention to the line underneath of the seam. And you can see the two white dots. They're copied. You start to see patterns, like you see a ripple pattern in the wide part of the seam because they're stamping it and copying it and not blending it properly. But look at all that on the right-hand side, all that blurry gray. I mean, you should get some blur from perspective, from distance, but not that much. That's ridiculous. That is definitely from photoshopping.
And up here even.
Bad photoshopping at that. Not good photoshopping. Bad photoshopping. Because you're going to see there's not much of that when I'm done. So we're going to go on. So all those people in that group, I should
What are you circling?
Share this with that group, guys. If you're in that group, share this show.
Yeah.
Are these blurry sections?
I hope that was the real you.
Yeah, they're all spots where the pixels don't line up.
Okay.
Blurry and the pixels are all, you can tell it's manipulated. You see that sharp line right there? The sharp line in the pixels on the right? That's pause it, splatter. So if you guys look where the mouse pointer is, right above it, there's a line going horizontally. You see the little straight line horizontally in the pixels? Splatter, can you use your mouse?
I don't know where it is.
All right, go right, go right. All right, find the mouse on the screen.
Over here.
The mouse, right. So right above that, you see the horizontal line?
It's your big
going left to right? Yes. The line going left to right, right up there.
Yeah, where the thing is on. This your line right here?
Yes, that line. You shouldn't have a straight line like that in the pixels. That's
okay. Yeah.
No. That's just no.
Yeah, I see it. I totally see it. Yeah.
All right, we can go on.
Here. It's like a little hammer.
Yeah. My earbuds are dying. I may have to go switch in the middle of this, but go on.
Okay.
Properly, they were using the rubber stamp tool. So yeah, I'm gonna write blurry. Again, there was music and speaking on top of all this, but I lost it all.
That's sad.
It is. It was like an hour and 10 minutes long, and only 24 minutes was left over. So now you're going to see me remove the cornucopia. And this you got to remove the cornucopia to put one in.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So you see like the yellow there? I'm going to make the yellow disappear and clean up the line by using the rubber stamp tool.
What program are you using here?
This is Art Studio Pro. It's the best thing the closest thing I found to Photoshop, except it doesn't cost a monthly fee. It was $13.99. I bought it and I own it. Free updates.
Cool.
Look at that.
This is
It's
a
like
weird way.
artistic
Erasing.
restoration.
Right.
I actually, hold on, I'm taking my medicine. That is what I actually did. I focused on.
Oh wow, look at
I used to
that.
work for a wedding photographer, and we do restoration, and I touch, you know, Photoshop the wedding photos.
Wow.
Pause splatter.
Yeah, you're clearing out the fog.
But I am rushing here. I would do, like, if this was like a job or something, I would line up the texture. But right now I'm just like, I'm just bringing texture in, but it's all out of alignment. To me, it looks like crap, but it looks better than the blurry. So I'm just showing you there should be texture there like this. It shouldn't be blurry. But the texture lines are not lining up, so they still look like crap in my opinion.
You're going this way and they're going that way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do it quickly. So go on.
Yeah, it still looks better.
Fog.
Yeah, clearing out the fog. But I'm actually rushing here. I'm not taking my time. I could make it look better, and I'm just like trying to show you I can make it messed up easily.
Oh my.
See what I'm saying? Like, I cleaned it up, and then I purposely put the fog back to show you it's because they didn't know how to use the tools properly.
Wow, look at that. It comes back in high definition.
They did it pretty good, though. I mean, they did a pretty good job. I don't think so anymore. You know. Can we pause it a minute? Maybe they Splatter.
Yep.
Right there is perfect. Also, the idiots didn't. So look, they took the Fruit of current day logo and put it in front of the cornucopia. So the apple is the size of the entire opening of the cornucopia. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That looks ridiculous. Anyway, go on. Themselves, they're still doing a pretty good job. I'm not saying that it's bad Photoshop. I'm just saying they made enough mistakes where it was instantly wrong to me.
That's
I'm not
actually
as nice
Larry's
anymore.
Really good point. This might have just been someone's homework assignment
Yeah,
for graphic design.
I want to. Did you see that? Can you rewind that a little bit? I don't know if you can. I want you to see what happens when they use the Band-Aid tool too close to another color. The white explodes. Do you see it?
Yep.
And it can also leave those blurry things. So now I'm gonna fix their the crooked neckline. Another way you can tell is, you see how like the neckline has those dots? The dots, see, like, yeah, now I'm talking about the dots. You'll see patterns, the same pattern over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like on the blue marble apparent globe. Same
the
thing. You see copy and paste all over the place.
All right, so now I've thrown in the clip art that's online from 2022. Because that's what this shirt used, by the way. The 2022 April Fool's joke. That's the logo it used. And if Fruit of the Loom, oh, 1 second. If Fruit of the Loom remembered the cornucopia, they wouldn't have used this, because that's not what it looked like.
No, and that's where, as I love the Jacobian video about Fruit of the Loom, and he talks about how wonderful a job the recreation was on that. Whoever made the recreation, that all of us remember, it's just stunningly good. You know,
it is excellent. And that was the one that was on the other two shirts. This one I specifically chose to recreate because they use the April Fool's joke logo.
It's too sharp. It's not fat enough, and it's too pointed and horn. It's like, this is like a Keebler elf hat or something. I don't know. It's not right.
Agree.
Not right. Well. And it's also using the current fruit and leaves. The fruit and leaves didn't look like that for me. I don't remember a big apple in the center. But that's the current day logo. Right, that's why I know the whole thing is wrong, because all they did was shove a cornucopia behind it.
Yeah, the fruit should be smaller.
Yep. Okay. So this is me taking the colors out, making it black and white. I sped this up to 4 times because I didn't want to, kill you guys with just selecting colors.
It's hard to select all that stuff.
Can you
It
shrink? Are you shrinking it?
And then you'll see there's still some stuff left there, and then I have to go into adjustment and I adjust the colors to remove it. Splatter, pause it.
Yeah, that's tedious.
What did you say?
Well, do you shrink down the fruit in this video or what?
Yeah, I gotta get rid of the color first.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, I'm showing you how much effort you have to make to create one of these fakes and make it look convincing.
Yeah. No, I understand. I just yeah.
All right, go on.
I'm just impatient, I guess.
Yeah. Doing this, if you want to do it right, this is a tedious job. You can do actions and stuff, but not in this program. In Photoshop, you have actions where you can do stuff quicker, but this one doesn't have it.
Kind of totally wonder if the original appeared as a homework assignment.
Well,
the new
I don't know, but
Photoshop and the new GIMP both have AI tools for like smart decisions like that. I'm not pro AI though, so you know.
Nope. I am not either.
That's
So
cool.
out goes the old one.
Wow.
Look at that. Ironed right out.
And then in goes the new one.
Doing better fakes.
See, now this is me just checking the alignment, making sure it's proper. So now that I know where the proper alignment is, now we're going to take the other logo and distress it so it looks like it's been on a shirt.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
I don't know. These people go through a lot of trouble to recreate these shirts, though.
Broken down into line art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like the flowery opening. That's not like, if you look at real cornucopias, they don't look like that. They're just wicker, and the opening is pretty subtle. It doesn't have big flowery leaves like that.
See, now here I realize, nope, that's too dark, so I'm going to make it lighter again. But it reminds me of bread. I don't know why, like that you know, like that braided bread.
Chala.
Thank you. Yes.
That's what you keep me around for, all that useless stuff.
I just remember more curved roundness, you know.
Oh, it was more open too. You could see inside.
Yeah, it was fatter at the front, more.
The fruit wasn't so big. That's also part of the problem, because again, they used.
Yeah, that apple's huge.
The grapes were the dominant fruit. The purple grapes were the dominant subject matter.
I also remember leaves that were brown, not just green.
Right, there's the brown leaves in there, which is what some people say. Oh, you were confusing that with the cornucopia. Jacobian goes into that.
No.
No, but I will tell you, I don't remember, like in the commercials where they were dressed up as the fruit, I don't remember a leaf guy. There's a leaf guy. I don't remember the leaf guy.
No, I don't remember leaf. That was all fruit.
So here's me lining it up. It takes a while because I realized it was even more tilted. So I'm lining it up with theirs, and then I'll work on putting it in the right perspective. And
I do remember a leaf guy.
But I have to center it with theirs to make sure it's the same size.
This is amazing for me to watch because I've never worked with any of these tools. I've never tried to manipulate a photo at all. So this is just totally fascinating.
Yeah, I agree.
I owned a video studio for years. We did 3D animations and all the graphics work and all this stuff. So I have a background in all of this.
See, that's cool.
It's amazing how much you can do here. It's really powerful.
Yeah, when you get surgical on it, right?
Mm-hmm. I originally had a dual major. I was going to do graphic design and 3D animation, but at the time, they were switching to all computers, and you literally had to spend like every waking moment of your life in the lab waiting for things to render.
Oh, I know.
I cannot do this.
We used to lay animations down one frame at a time on 3/4 inch videotape decks, and it would take like 16 hours per frame to render it and then stamp one down on the tape. It was ridiculous, dude.
So here I'm fixing the perspective for someone's fingers pushing through to the back of the shirt.
Yeah.
And now the logo's actually centered. And at the very end, you're going to see me flip-flop between the two so you can see the difference.
Wait, where's the part, which area on this frame has the finger pushing through adjustment part? Like, which
Oh, you just passed it. It was with the wireframe. You just rewind a little bit. You'll see the square come up.
Which, oh, that? Oh. Because the finger's supposed to be right underneath that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a deformed lattice.
Yep.
Oh, because now I see the outline of the finger that's just kind of the bottom left corner of those squares.
Yeah, it was holding the tag up to the camera.
You can drag the node points of that grid around and it will influence the image behind it.
Because it would be a warped plane. It'd be a cloth.
You're looking at warped space-time.
Yeah, I was saying, this is Einsteinian physics right here. Okay, thank you for helping me out there.
They call them deformed matrices.
That's amazing that you can do that.
We called it a lattice.
Yeah, lattice, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, so I think we're almost to the end.
You've done such a better job than the original fake.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they probably I'm just throwing it together. I could have made this better, but they're just throwing these together for the views. And
I'm telling you, I heard this story at least 3 times at the Contact in the Desert conference. Those are mainly UFO people, but they're kind of vaguely aware of weird stuff. And I was bringing up the Mandela effect again and again. I wore my Mandela effect shirt with this logo on it.
Okay,
and
so
some people.
I'm sorry, really quick. We're at the end. I'm pointing out that the color is off on theirs.
Right.
Theirs is the one underneath. The color is off. Like I said to you before, it would match the printing. The color has to match. Like it doesn't make sense that the cornucopia would wear off before the other stuff. It just doesn't. Right. It's like a sticker, these things.
Yeah.
And now I'm using the other cornucopia here.
Oh, yeah.
The one with the wider opening.
Yeah, I see that. You didn't make the fruit smaller, you made the opening
I'm sorry,
bigger.
you were talking.
Well, all I'm saying is that I met several people that had a kind of shallow cursory awareness of Mandela effect, or maybe kind of interested or had just briefly run into it. And this is obviously one of the big ones. And they had a number of them were like, oh, but then people found the real thing recently. So that wasn't, it's like that actually did exist. It hasn't exited this reality completely. I ran into that at least 3 times, where it would have been, people would have recognized this as a legit Mandela effect or a real good introductory one. But they had run into this fake t-shirt, this exact one, I think. And so they were like, oh no, it's a psyop.
Flip-flops,
they've concealed the history or whatever.
Make new people really question things when something changes back. We have no real solid proof either way. It's insane. Flintstones is a good example.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we've had a problem. That one flip-flopped.
Well, we discovered on this show a month or two ago the Tutti Frutti flip-flop.
It's a big buddy.
Wop Bop a Loo Bop a Wop Bam Boom.
Right.
Which had completely vanished from reality, and then we discovered it was now the final time in the song. He says that.
Yeah.
Once.
He sings Bam Boom now at the end of the song.
Which is just amazing.
Yep. And now there's all these different words inside the song that's wrong.
Wow,
now I'm confused. I thought I made this whiter.
I am so confused why it's so dark. I thought I made it whiter.
Yeah, you did. Then you
did
took the
earlier,
brightness
now it's
away.
dark
Oh,
again.
I'm talking to the recording.
Yeah, I think it's at the end. It might be at the end.
I'm talking to the
Like
recording.
the top layer is off. Layer 9 copy. It's off.
We're talking about the Flintstones tonight, Quantum, but not about the flip-flop.
There you go.
There we go, yeah.
The Flintstones.
That's so much better.
I still think it's too big. But
Yeah, it's
we're gonna
not
go
quite
with it.
perfect, but at least it's centered. And
What I did was I lined up the actual logo that they use, because the fruit is their logo. So I lined up their logo and I kept it the same size. I was trying to recreate it. I kept it the same size as theirs.
I mean, what's
I
brilliant
may have
here is
made
you're
it smaller.
just illustrating the power of this software to manipulate these things. And you know, to me as a novice with untrained eyes, I did not know what to look for to spot signs of a fake. So you've given us, you know, 3 or 4 kind of telltale signs of a fake, which is really helpful.
Nice.
Glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be so boring. Is that the end?
I don't know.
No,
Nope,
it's
still more.
It's got about
yeah.
another
I think I do.
minute.
I may.
I'm not sure what you're trying to do here.
I was probably trying to fix the background, and I don't know what. Like I said, this is raw footage. I didn't edit it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I probably would have cut this part out in the video.
You said you had an hour of this?
It wasn't just this. No, I had more. I was showing like, you know, like how we have to watch for AI art. Showing people like a version of the AI art so they could compare. I had all sorts of stuff in the
Or you
video.
had a whole scripted video?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's sad because this is a big one. This is good.
Yeah, I was sad and I was angry. I was furious.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay, so I did shrink it. I'm showing you theirs versus mine. Theirs versus mine now. And this is the end of the video. I'm showing you how off-center it is and how big it is.
So mine's a smaller
It
one.
that big. It should
Yeah.
be that
Well,
off-center. So that's it.